You're going to start off by drawing a rectangle and then adding 3 webs. So if you see how I'm doing this, I'm drawing from one side of the paper to the other, and I'm not overlapping them. So if you look at what I just did, I labeled the first web 1, the second web 2, the third web 3, and the background 4. And I start to shade in the background first. The background is going to be the darkest shade. Now I've sped this video up, so this is going really, really fast. But I'm starting by blending. You'll notice that I turn my pencil often so that I'm blending from the edge out. And when I shade, I'm going kind of darker at the edges and blending, creating sort of like a gradient in the middle of each of these. And I'm taking my time to do all of the background first. So when I get this done, you're going to see 3 distinct webs: the web number 1, the web number 2, and the web number 3. If you zoom into this video, you can kind of see them: 1, 2, 3. After I get the background shaded, I'll then take the third level of web, the one that's in the farthest background, and I'll start shading that darker. I'm shading completely over it, and I'm actually putting little shadows in there. And then you'll notice that after I shade for a little bit, I go back to the background and I make the background darker, and I clean up those edges. Then I'll shade the level 2 and leaving the level 1 the lightest. If you look at the examples that I have, all of the images have 4 levels of shading. There's the darkest in the background, the second to darkest as the farthest web, and it gets lighter and lighter as they go, giving the illusion that the top web, the web that is at level 1, is the brightest and lightest, and it moves forward in the scene and looks like it's on top of everything as it gets kind of back. This is a really interesting exercise to kind of practice values and rendering. Have fun with it, see what happens, look at my examples, copy some of those if you have to. And if you have trouble making the webs, just send me a picture before you start shading and I can give you some advice.